Emily sat quietly at the kitchen table, watching the steam from her coffee swirl and fade into the cool morning air. The house was still, the only sound the soft ticking of the wall clock. That heavy silence reminded her how much life had changed. Her husband, James, had already left for his job at the construction firm where he managed projects, and her teenage son, Michael, was still asleep upstairs. Her daughter, Sarah, had gone to college out of state. The house that once echoed with laughter, chaotic mornings, and late-night chatter now felt hollow, filled with the kind of quiet that pressed against her chest. Emily was 41, and though her life appeared perfect from the outside, an ache lived deep inside her. She and James had been married for nearly 20 years. They had built a family, a home, a history that should have kept them close. But somewhere along the way, something shifted. James wasn't unkind. He was simply gone in the ways that mattered most. The man who once brought her flowers for no reason, who used to whisper dreams with her long after midnight, now came home tired, checked his phone, and went straight to bed. Emily told herself that this was just how life worked. Responsibilities grew, bills piled up, and romance faded quietly into routine, yet her heart ached for connection, for someone to truly see her again. One quiet afternoon, she wandered into the local bookstore cafe to escape the emptiness of her home. She ordered her coffee, found a corner seat, and tried to lose herself in the hum of life around her. That's when she noticed him, Daniel. He was sitting near the window, his laptop open, but his attention drifting toward the street. When she passed by, he smiled. She smiled back. That small exchange became a spark, then a conversation. Daniel was attentive, warm, and slightly younger than her. He listened, not just nodded, but really listened. For the first time in years, Emily felt seen. Their chance meetings at the cafe soon turned into walks through the park, and those turned into long, late-night calls. Emily knew she was walking into dangerous territory, yet the warmth she felt in Daniel's presence was something she hadn't known in years. One evening, as they sat beneath an orange-tinted sky, Emily's voice trembled. "I feel invisible in my own home," she confessed. "James is a good man, but it's like I'm living beside a stranger." Daniel's expression softened. "You're not invisible, Emily," he said gently. "You're extraordinary. You deserve to be loved the way you need to be." His words filled her with warmth, but underneath lingered guilt. She thought of her children, her husband, their life. But loneliness can be powerful, and before she realized it, Emily had crossed a line she swore she never would. What she found with Daniel wasn't wild passion. It was companionship. He made her laugh again, reminded her of who she was before life had become routine. Yet the deeper she fell, the heavier her heart grew. Every moment with Daniel carried the weight of betrayal. One night, after a quiet call with him, James came home later than usual. He looked exhausted, dropping his briefcase with a sigh. As Emily watched him pour a glass of water, she noticed the silver in his hair and the tired slope of his shoulders. It hit her then. James hadn't stopped loving her. He had simply been carrying too much. His distance wasn't cruelty, it was burden. That night, Emily couldn't sleep. Her heart battled itself. Daniel gave her warmth, but James had given her a life, a family, and years of effort in his own way. She realized she was standing at the edge of a decision that could destroy everything she'd built. The next afternoon, Daniel asked to meet. At the same cafe where it had all begun, he smiled when he saw her, but Emily's heart felt heavy. She reached across the table, her voice barely above a whisper. "Daniel, I can't do this anymore. I thought I was looking for love, but what I really needed was to remember what I already have. My family needs me, and I need them." Daniel's smile faltered. He nodded slowly, eyes filled with quiet disappointment. "I understand. Just promise me you'll fight for your happiness." Tears welled in her eyes. "I will," she said softly. Walking away from Daniel was one of the hardest things she had ever done, but deep down, she knew it was right. That evening, Emily sat James down at the kitchen table. For the first time in years, she let her heart speak. She told him everything. Her loneliness, her distance, her pain. She didn't share every detail about Daniel, but she confessed enough for him to understand how lost she had felt. James listened in silence, his jaw tight, eyes glassy. For a moment, she feared he would walk away. Instead, he reached for her hand. His voice was low, breaking slightly. Emily, I didn't realize how much I'd been neglecting us. I thought working hard was enough. But I see now I've been gone in ways that matter most. I don't want to lose you.